Hello everyone. Today's video is continuation of previous video that was on newer concept of urogenital diaphragm. In that video, I described older concept of urogenital diaphragm with help of demo. In this video, I will describe newer concept of urogenital diaphragm with help of 3 articles. In 1980, Thomas M. Ulrich published a article about the urethral sphincter muscle in the males. After summarization of their article, I found 4 points about urogenital diaphragm. First is there is no concept of superior fascia. Why no concept of superior fascia? Because according to older concept, superior fascia which was present between prostate and sphincter urethral muscle was horizontal structure, and also it was a separated structure from prostate and sphincter urethral muscle. But according to newer concept, this fascia oriented vertically and it is inseparable from prostatic sheath. That's why there is no concept of superior fascia. In other points, they told in adults, sphincter urethral muscle continue modified by infiltration of connective tissue, infiltration of prostatic vascular plexus, and subsequent degenerative changes. So that this sphincter urethral musculature is not a horizontal structure, it is also a vertical structure, and this muscle is also a component of bladder urethra sphincter unit. So this muscle lies within the pelvis in urogenital hiatus and rests upon perineal membrane. In this diagram, you can see this is prostate, this is bladder, and this is sphincter urethral muscle around the prostate. So this muscle is vertical structure because they found superior fascia and sphincter urethral muscle are vertical structures, not horizontal structures. So the concept of urogenital diaphragm is not borne out by this study. Now come to next article. In 1983, Thomas M. Ulrich again published a article about the striated urogenital sphincter muscle in the female. In this article, they again empowered both point that there is no concept of superior fascia and sphincter urethral muscle also a vertical muscle. In this article, he also told about musculature of external urethral sphincter in female, because musculature of external urethral sphincter in female not like male. In male, it made from sphincter urethral muscle, but in female, it made from sphincter urethral muscle, compressor urethral muscle, and ureterovaginal sphincter muscle. Here in this diagram, you can see this is bladder and this is sphincter urethral, which starts from base of the bladder and goes up to the pelvic diaphragm. And here you can see compressor urethral muscle. This muscle attached from iliac ramus, and this muscle compress urethra against vagina. Here you can see this is ureterovaginal sphincter muscle. This muscle constricts both vagina and urethra at same time. Now come to next article. In 2008, Tamara A. Stein and John O.L. Delancey published a article about structure of perineal membrane in female. In their study, they re-examine the anatomy of perineal membrane by histological serial section as well as gross anatomical dissection of whole pelvis. And they found perineal membrane is composed of 2 regions. First is dorsal, second is ventral. Dorsal part of perineal membrane made from bilateral transverse fibrous sheaths. But ventral part of perineal membrane is a solid three-dimensional tissue in which several structures are embedded like compressor urethrae, urethrovaginal sphincter muscle, and urethra and surrounding connective tissue. So overall new concept is there is no superior fascia which was present horizontal, superior fascia is present vertically, and sphincter urethrae muscle also present vertically. Only perineal membrane is present horizontally, and this perineal membrane is not a thin sheet but a three-dimensional structure according newer concept. So rather than urogenital diaphragm, we need to use perineal membrane. So that was newer concept of urogenital diaphragm. Thanks for watching.